welcome to the very first episode of Garage Stand-Up. Presented by Bad Ape Comedy. Myself, Jason Caldwell, will be doing plenty of segments for you. Some stand-up in a garage. I don't know if anyone's ever done stand-up in a garage or if it's a thing, but we're doing it. I will try and make all these segments relatively short. I know it can be kind of a pain when we scroll on Facebook and run into a video and 8 minutes long. Jesus Christ! Who's this guy think he is? I got a life, you know? Meanwhile, they go back on to scrolling for the next 3 days straight. Holy shit, it's Thursday! What's the weather like outside? Rainy. Huh. What's on Facebook? And continue on scrolling. It's sucking our will to live and drawing the life right out of us. Instead of Facebook, maybe they should have called it marriage. Just an idea. Facebook has really become today's smoking. If you think about it, I mean, you got Facebookers and non-Facebookers. We all know Facebookers who are trying to cut back or I'm trying to quit. You know, but they never do, or very rarely. The odd time one does, we hear about it out in public. You know, I've been off Facebook for 3 days now. I quit cold turkey. You know, 2 weeks goes by, and I'm still not on the Facebook. I feel great. I'm healthy and love and laugh. You know, then a month will go by. Hey, I seen you're on Facebook. Hey, I thought you quit. I did. And then I had too much to drink on the weekend, and I thought, okay, just once, I'll go on. I met this girl that night, and I really wanted to creep her profile. Before I knew it, I was chain scrolling the rest of the night. Jesus, I felt like shit the next day. Lord tired. But I'm not full-time again. No. I don't even use my own app anymore. It's when other people are Facebooking around me and, hey man, mind if I bum a quick scroll? And it's getting to the point we're going to need the same quitting methods as we have for smoking. I mean, we'll get hypnotists out there, help you quit. So there'll be chewing gum you can get. Maybe get a little patch on the shoulder, help you get that fix that you need. Go to the doctor, get some pills, and make you want to vomit when you go on for a sneak a scroll, if you will. It's getting pretty crazy like that. We're getting to that point, and I'm sure they're going to bring in all the same rules that we have for smokers. No Facebooking within 3 meters of public doorways. They'll build nice little Facebooking sections, cram everyone in there like zombies so they can go in there and get their fix. Yeah. Our kids will grow up to tell stories about back in the day when their parents used to cram them all in the back seat and they would Facebook in the car with them. And they didn't even open the windows for us. We had it tough. We turned out fine. It's getting pretty crazy. It's getting to that point. But I was scrolling away the other day, and I happened to come across this thing of, I had 12 black comedians on there. And they're all legends. They're hilarious. I mean, we had guys like Richard Pryor, Bernie Mac, Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams, Cedric the Entertainer, Mike Epps, Kevin Hart, and who should have been, I think, Eddie Griffin. And you had an option to pick three of these legends and bring them to your birthday party. Now, this is a tough choice. I mean, that's all a pretty A-list of guys right there. But I chose Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, obviously, and Eddie Murphy. And I grew up on these guys. I loved these guys as a kid. I probably started watching them at a much younger age than I should have. You couldn't do that to kids nowadays. Like, if I did bring these guys to my birthday party, imagine bringing your kid to this party, your 6-year-old kid. Now these guys are up on stage and they're throwing N-bombs like candy in a parade. Candy, 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 you're a candy, you're a candy, candy everywhere. Meanwhile, your 6-year-old little kid's looking up, just that shocked face, like, oh my God, I've never seen so much candy in my life, what do I do? And you gotta stop and say, no, Gregory, you cannot touch any of this candy, you cannot taste any of this candy, you can't even say any of this candy, or else you're a racist. And little Gregory's going, but look at little LeBron over there. His pockets are full already. His hands are full. He's screaming candy 40 times a second. Why can he do that? Well, you see, he can... Well, I mean, how do you explain that? How do you explain that? I mean, maybe back in the day a little bit, one of our fathers would have said, you know what, here, take one piece of candy, one piece. You go home, run up to your room, close the door, make sure nobody can see you, nobody can hear you, and you have one, just one. And that's it, never again. It'd be so hard to bring a kid up nowadays. You know, I wouldn't know what to do besides say, go ask your mother. Go ask your mother. And push it onto her. But it would be so tough nowadays. I mean, kids, they're so innocent. They have just curious little minds. They just want to know. So they ask these things, these questions about these words and these sayings, and they're all politically incorrect. And nowadays, it's come to the point where it's politically incorrect to talk about things that are politically incorrect. It's getting way out of control. And so is, I think, the whole qualifying something as racist is getting a little out of control too. Like, I am sure that someone got offended when I had just said N-word. They probably got offended. And I bet that person was white. Like, I could say something like Richard Pryor used to say a lot of N-words. This white guy will be come running up out of nowhere and say, hey, motherfucker, you can't say that. It is getting so out of control. Like, I even know black people that look at this kind of stuff and go, damn, it's getting crazy out there. And where is this going to end? At what point, do we bump the brakes a little bit here? Or anyone who hears something that offends them can go and get that word, that line, that sentence. They can get it vetoed from the politically correct side of things to make it politically incorrect so we can't say them. For example, let's see. Not too long ago, I was in a small town bar before the COVID shit, and I was talking with a friend about sports, and I happened to say, I don't like NASCAR. All of a sudden, this redneck came running up out of nowhere and says, hey man, that's racist. Mind you, I think his definition of racist was somebody who doesn't like racing. But what happens when it gets to the point where he catches up to speed a little bit? What if I say something like, I don't like mowing the lawn in cut-off jean shorts and a wife beater? He's going to come running up and saying, hey, that is a racist statement, and it's offensive to me and my cousin wife Bernice right here. I am then going to have to apologize. I'm going to say, I'm sorry. Please accept this very lukewarm beer as a gift of peace. I'll try not to do it again. You better not do it again. Let's go, Bernice. Now you see what I did there? I used something called putting it in reverse psychology. You man, very smart man. Ah! Dang nailed it! I poked my eye again! Dang it! Get in the truck, Bernice! It is going that far. Like, where is it gonna stop? Are we gonna have to stop all Jeff Foxworthy jokes of, you might be a redneck? Start turning them into Now you might be a racist. Like, let's come up with a few here. If you ask a Jewish person, what dime is it? You might be a racist. If you meet a struggling Asian athlete and you tell him to win some soon, if you meet a Swedish person and tell them that you prefer salty, you might be a racist. If you are going to take a native woman out on a date and tell her that you just have to make a reservation, you might be a racist. Lastly here, ladies, if you once went black and ended up going back, you might be a racist. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me your time. I hope you enjoyed the borderline comedy. That's kind of the way I like it. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share with the world if you enjoyed, and we can do this again sometime. I'll be doing other things like creating little skits, characters, all sorts of little fun stuff that this crazy little head can think of. Thank you. Hope to see you again.